What's up, YouTube? It's day 4 of Hard 75, and today the topic of the video is going to be how craziness / being insane is going to equal success. And you know, I kind of had this thought for a while. I kind of had this madness in my brain, but I actually saw a TikTok video. I'm gonna link it down in the description too. And I'm gonna play a little bit of snippet right after this clip. And you know, when I saw that kind of inspired today's video. I just wanted to show y'all that before I got into the topic. But if y'all didn't get the memo, that basically what the video is saying is set insane goals. And it's like, that's something I kind of learned about, you know, and I was thinking for a while, but now I'm actually putting it in a video form. So now y'all can get the tips that I learned from this and something that I've been including in my life. So honestly, with all that being said, we just gonna get straight into the video. But basically how the video format is gonna be is I'm gonna be explaining to you why it's important and then telling you how to implement it in your life. You know what I'm saying? But with all that being said, let's get straight into the next clip. Okay, y'all, so basically, I don't even know what to call this, but it's just insaneness, how insane gets you success. But I just want to emphasize it like this, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you hear the word insane, sometimes it comes with a negative connotation. It's rarely a positive connotation to it. When I think of insane, when it comes to success, they go hand in hand, because in order to have success, you got to be insane. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be honest, in today's world, success isn't as common as we think. It's different levels to success, and it's different avenues that you could be successful in. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about the genuine stance of success. Not everybody, it's not like every day everybody's getting success. That's not an everyday thing. Now, you can change that variable by certain things you do, you know, depending on how you work, depending on the knowledge, you know, depending on the people, you know what I'm saying? You can kind of defer that insaneness to, okay, this is actually like variable, like this can actually happen type. But it's important to be insane because becoming successful is insane. And once you put them two, you got insane goals and you got trying to become successful, and you put them two thought process together, you're going to start seeing, you're going to have the equation to success, or whatever you're trying to do, whether that's success in school, whether that's success in money-wise, success in anything-wise. You're going to have to be insane because, you know, when you're not insane, you're average. That's how I like to put it. You know what I'm saying? When you're insane, it could be for the worse or it could be for the better. But with all that being said, that's just the main reason why it's important. And now let's get into the ways you can implement this into your life and see day one changes. You know what I'm saying? Massive changes when it comes to your goal setting and equaling to what we all want to get to, success in any category. So with all that being said, go get your popcorn, go take your notepad out, take some notes, and let's get straight into the ways how you can take action today. All right, y'all, number one, what I got on the list is create scary goals. And this is very important. I kind of got into this in the last segment of the video, but when you create scary goals, you know, like I was saying before, success getting there, I'm not going to say success itself is scary, but success is not going to be this calm road. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a scary road. It's going to be a road of unknown things. But you have to go through that road to get to the ultimate prize that you want. You see what I'm saying? So when you create scary goals, just like the dude in the video said, he's going to make $30 million in a year. A lot of y'all probably going to be like, oh no, that's cap. There's no way he's going to do that. There's no way he's going to do that. You know, I'm not sure what his progress is right now and where he's at, but just him creating that goals, it gives him that time where it's like, okay, boom, I'm not going to lay this off, you know, to later times. And he actually said something like that in the video I was seeing. He was like, he's looking to change drastically and not, what's the word? The word was exponentially. Like, you know, you have a gradual uprise, you know, $30 million in a year, that's like a drastic change. So you got to set them scary goals. You got to set goals that you think are unattainable. Because I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to give you a shortcoming. You know, we all want to hit our goals. But let me just tell you something. If you put work in, say your goal was to make $30 million. If you put a work in like a nigga that makes $30 million today, by the end of the year, even if you don't hit that 30, you're at least gonna have about 2-3 in your account. And I can tell you that if you work like a $30 million nigga every day, you're at least gonna have that in your account. And I have to use that words, but it's just, I had to get that point across. Yeah, I'm telling you. So obviously we're shooting to pass our goals. You know, we're shooting to obtain our goals. I'm not saying we're shooting to fail our goals, But when you work like a $30 million dude, even if a lot of stuff don't go your way, you should at least come out of it with at least 1 to 2 to 3 M's at minimum, bro. If you work like a $30 million dude every single day. And that's why I say setting scary goals is very important, because it gives you, you know, your target on what you want to meet. But even if you don't meet that target, you're still going to have a good medium, I should say, you know. But with that being said, let's get straight into tip number 2 and how you can apply this in your daily life. Number 2, I got to put an expiration date on it. Now, he also said this too in the video. I think I said this in the last clip too. But when you put an expiration date on your goals, it gives less time for you to bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like this 75-day thing I'm doing for YouTube, where I'm posting 75 days. And by the end of the 75 days, I will be monetized on YouTube. I put an expiration date on it. You know what I'm saying? So now it don't give me days in between where I can BS on like I was doing before. Like before, probably like a couple months ago, I was saying I want to be monetized. I may miss a week of uploading, or you know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that. But now I put a deadline on my goals. Now I know what my goal is. I'm finna attack that shit. Can't nobody take it away from me. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when you put an expiration date on your goals, it cuts out bullshit days. It cuts out, what's the things they call in anime, like filler episodes. It's like every day you're doing something impactful for what your ultimate goal is. There's no filler days. You know, every day is a big change for whatever you're trying to go to. And that's why I say put an expiration date on all your goals. Like my expiration date that I have for being monetized on YouTube is the end of these 75 days. And what would I do by the end of these 75 days? And that's going to be the next tip, is we're going to be monetized. You know, I'm not going to say exactly what that is, but that's going to be kind of the next tip on, you know, the video. So with all that being said, put an expiration date on your goals, and I guarantee you're going to start seeing faster success in whatever you plan on doing and want to do. But with all that being said, let's get into the last and final tip, and probably one of the most important tips of the video, if I'm being totally for real. So let's get into it. All right, y'all, before we get into the last final tip of the video, I appreciate y'all staying this long. Make sure you click that subscribe button for me and like this video and share it to a friend. I'm telling you, all this information is going to help you and your whole friend group become successful. Lock in with this channel. We're doing 75 straight uploads on how to improve your life. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to miss a beat, because at the end of these 75 days, I guarantee you, I have a guarantee, you'll become a better person and you'll be more successful than you are today. So with all that being said, let's get into the last and final tip. And for the last and final tip, what I got for y'all is putting it in the air and saying it to people. Okay, so like you saw in the last clip, when I was saying by the end of these 75 days, I want to be monetized on YouTube. I'm telling that to y'all, you know, because let's be honest, we're all human here. We all have a sense of pride. You know, we all want to prove people wrong. We all, you know what I'm saying? We all want to prove people wrong and prove ourselves right. So when you start saying it to people, they may think you're insane, but now you're in the mindset of like, you got your pride and ego in the way, you know, but this is like using your pride and ego to a good advantage. And then you got like you want to work, you know, and you combine those into one, you're going to get your goal. I'm telling you, because once you have your pride and ego like right in front of you and using it in a positive way to get your goals accomplished, I'm telling you, you will get it accomplished. Because when you say something to people and people doubt your dreams, and 9 times out of 10, if you're doing scary goals, they're going to doubt your dreams. I'm just being for real with you. Like, if I was sitting here and say, I'm going to make, well, let's talk about it. In the next year, I'm going to make $5 million. Of course, people going to look at me and be like, you crazy, da-da-da-da-da. I don't know about y'all, but for me, that gets me going. When somebody doubts me, that gets me going. It gets me want to go harder, 10 times harder in the paint. It makes me want to just get 10 mil instead of 5 mil. So, with all that being said, that's how you use ego and pride to your advantage. You got to use that to fuel you to get your goals accomplished. You can't use that to like just be like negative, or like when somebody's telling you advice. But I'm telling you, when it comes to your goals, use that pride and ego and you use it to fuel you. You a dangerous motherfucker. You a dangerous motherfucker. But with all that being said, that's the end of the video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I like this video. This is my favorite video of the 75 stretch for sure. This is my favorite video I did. Now, we only like day 4. I think day 4 or day 5. But y'all let me know what y'all think to all my OGs that was here and all the new people that's here. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this new thing I'm implementing in my channel. You know, the 75 hard, 75 straight uploads. You see what I'm saying? But with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all took something away from the video. You wrote it in your notepad. But I'm gone, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. I love y'all. Let's get this money. Bye.